I need to correct something because I did make a mistake, but it still came out to be the same. There was no Trump rally in the South Bronx. What it was a Trump poll. A lady went to the South Bronx and asked all the minorities, which was black and Spanish, how they felt about Trump. And everybody said the same thing. They want Trump back. So it wasn't a Trump rally. It was a Trump poll. But they did go to the South Bronx. She did. She's a female. It's on YouTube. She went there and she asked all the blacks and Latinos, and they all said the same thing. Like me, they wanted Trump back. That's number one. Number two, when it was put on the Philip Scott African Diaspora channel, thanks for the love from the lady that did it. I was called every name in the book, which that's cool. I was called an Uncle Tom. I was called a bootlicker. And let me, listen, I'm not smart. I'm not that smart, but I'm not a dummy. Everybody regurgitates that word, Uncle Tom, right? Uncle Tom was actually a black slave that actually didn't want to give up 2 black slaves, so he was killed. So in reality, Uncle Tom was really a hero to the black community. But why do they call people like me Uncle Toms? Just because I love all race, creed, color. I don't care what you are. If you're a good person, I love you. This thing right now that me and Philly Dom is pushing, the migrant situation. But now I just got into the homeless and the veterans. Ever since I was a child, first of all, my sister and my brother served into the military. They was in the Navy, I think, for 25 years. They retired from the Navy. I've always loved military people. I've always had a thing for veterans, from talking to people that was in Vietnam, talking to gentlemen that was in World War I, World War II. I'm talking about people in the 80s and 90s. I've always respected the military, and I always loved them because they brought something to our young kids, especially if you was a man. They brought like they was heroes to us because they fought for this country. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. I was born and raised in the South Bronx, New York City. I was born in the South Bronx and actually raised in Yonkers from 7 on up. And I've always had a compassion for veterans. I love them to death, and I'm going to try to start visiting more veteran halls and stuff like that to get some interviews. Homeless people, I always had a heart for homeless people. I'm going to tell you why. When I was a young kid in Yonkers, I'll never forget this. 8 years old, my mother was working part-time at a hospital. God rest her soul. And she used to always pack lunches and give it to people that was sitting on the sidewalk, on the street. I said, Mommy, why are you always giving out food every time you take me to the bus stop? She said, son, these people right here have nowhere to go. Nobody's paying attention to them, and they have to eat. If you ever disrespect these people right here, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Anytime when you see them hungry, son, when you get older, you give them any type of food. You give them something so they won't starve. But son, this is how it is. People are not caring about these people right there. And ever since then, that's why I always have a compassion for homeless people. Because a lot of us don't know how good we have it by living in an apartment, by living in studio apartments, by living in furnished rooms, while they're outside trying to get their next meal. What irks my nerves and what's making me very upset, that when this thing that went around, if you know what I'm talking about, the sickness, and people was getting checks and people was getting stimulus checks to help them out. What irked my nerve is that the Democratic Party and some Republicans said, we don't have no more money to give more stimulus checks. But mysteriously, they come out with money. It pops out of nowhere to give other countries and to find a way to give these stuff to illegal migrants, illegal immigrants that have no paperwork and never worked a day in their life in America. Meanwhile, you have homeless people. I did a video. It's out there. Me and Philly Dom did a video. He's going to put it out there on how these people are living. How they waiting for BRC to come and get them. So it's really funny how you tell us in Congress how they no more money. We can't give them more stimulus checks. They could have gave everybody $1,000 a month and it would have been good because that would have helped people at least get through trials and tribulations. They told us they had no more money, but they mysteriously pop up with all this money when it comes to other countries and when it comes to the migrants. I only try to give the best kind. Of course, people are not going to like what I say and they're going to leave me. That's a part of being a YouTuber. I'm brand new at this. I haven't been around for years, but I have brothers like Philly Dom and everybody else coaching me. But of course, you're going to say things and people are not going to like it. And I actually it was really almost not 200. It was damn near 400 people in 3 minutes that left me because they didn't like what I said. It's okay. It's water under the bridge, but that's not going to stop my mission from going out there again to talk to some more homeless people. That's not going to stop my mission to try to talk to some veterans, to go to the halls and interact with them. Because in a minute, everybody in America, you have to stop this bias. You got to stop this separation, this racism, whatever you want to call it. Because in a minute, we are going to get attacked. And this is where we're supposed to stick together. This is where we're supposed to stick together. There's no way that this country has the most money and everything they say in the world, the richest country, but people out there starving. There's no way that a veteran that went to war for this country and lost an arm, a leg, an eye, was mentally brain damaged, why he has to pay rent, why he has to buy food, why he has to pay for medical. They should be exempt for all that. Give them a house, give them like $15,000 to $20,000 a month and let these people live. Because what they did, they stuck their nose in other people's countries to fight for us, and a lot of them was either unalived, parts was taken off, or they got mentally messed up in the head because they seen things and they seen their partners and friends be unalived. So they should just be treated like raw. They should get the red carpet treatment, the veterans. These homeless people should be getting a second chance. All of these buildings they have in all of these states, that's empty lots, that's empty buildings, hook them up, put these people in, and help them out. And this is the mission that I'm going for right now. Now I'm going to start going to homeless and veteran people. This is what I want to do. I'm going to interact myself with them. But to the people that always show me love and send me content, I really thank you that y'all never left me. But like I said, it was like about almost 400. I thought it was 2, but then I checked. 400 within 3 minutes gone. They felt some type of way and they said, you know what? I don't want to deal with this guy. It's good. It's no problem. But I am correcting a mistake. It wasn't a Trump rally. It was a Trump poll. To me, almost the same thing. They went out there. They asked all the Spanish and black and they said, listen, we want Trump back in office. We want him now. They kept saying Trump 2024. But I'd like to thank the female from the Africa Diaspora channel to put me out there. I thank you. I am a YouTuber. I do talk about Philip Scott a lot. So I do. I am subscribed to his channel. But this is the problem. It was a mistake. I'm correcting it. But what I said earlier lost me like almost exactly 400 people left my channel. I guess they wasn't with me from the beginning. But to the people that did stay here. Thank you, my brother Philly Don, for always believing in me and everybody else. But we do have to stick together as Americans, and I'm gonna keep tackling this homeless situation, because it's disgusting how they're being treated. How are you giving people that don't even pay taxes all this stuff, but people that pay taxes or paid taxes, worked all their life, fell on a hard time? How are they living in the street? How are they living in tents and in cars and in vans and in alleyways and storefronts? How are they doing this? This is not the America that I grew up on. So we need to sit back and say, you know what, we all got to get together. Some people got to get together. The ones that don't, y'all have a nice one and figure out what we're going to do, because in a minute, it's going to go down very hard. Peace to my brother Philly Dom, and to everybody that always believed in me, to my subscribers and non-subscribers. Y'all be safe. To the homeless people and the veterans, me and Philly Dom and other people, we got your back. We love you. And peace to Curtis Rock Sliwa. Please vote for him for mayor. Curtis Rock Sliwa. Vote for him for mayor. And the co-founder, Arnold 13. Please give them love. Salute, and I'm out of here. Till the next video, this is Big Hawk. I'm Ghost.